This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
This is the TellUS radio show, and I'm your host, Christa Nehls. Today's guest is Christof Specht from Germany. He is living in the wonderful town of Speyer, close to Heidelberg and Mannheim. Welcome, Christof.
Hello, Christa, and thank you very much for being here.
I think it will be a great adventure talking with you throughout the next hour. I'm really excited to introduce you now. You told me that you are with the Scouts, with the Boy Scouts, since age 11.
Yes, I think it was 11, right? 1989.
Wow, my goodness, that's quite a long time, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Next year, anniversary.
Yeah.
So, what made you join the Scouts?
What made me join, I think that was a friend. We were in school together. He was with a member of the scout group here in Speyer. Mm-hmm. And he asked me to join. The first trip we made to Belgium, close to Brussels. For me, that was really, really quite great. I just started to learn English the first year. So my friend and me, we were the only two in the group who had English at the time. So we made the conversation very proud for the rest of the group. And that was my first trip with the Scouts.
Wow. That's very early. I'm not used to that. Or no, it's unfair. I'm used to that. I accompanied my dad to the Red Cross and to all the things that were important to support and help people. Well, the both of us, we met caring for people in difficult situations in life, without money, without a job, and stuff like that. And we learned to care for them. We learned to be with them and to have a heart for them.
Yeah.
What's your perspective on that?
What's my perspective on that? Well, I think it's important to care of people, but also to let them enough freedom to be themselves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And what about challenging them?
Challenge them. I think that's really important. I think you can only be free if you are not if you can care for yourself. Yeah. And I think that's it's important to be challenged for.
Yeah. So raise the responsibility for themselves, finally.
Yes, that's what I like to say, right.
Okay. I learned too that you are working with Amnesty International.
Yes, that's. I work with Amnesty International. I started that in school. I don't know the age. I was interested in human rights. I cannot really say how that started, but I learned that one of my teachers was in the Amnesty group in Speyer. So I asked him where do they meet, and joined them. And since that time, I'm a member of Amnesty, and do my very best to work with them.
Is there a particular human right which you are in favor of?
For me, it's right for free speech, I think. I think that's really important for me.
To say what you think, to say freely what you think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That goes along with a single case we work on at the moment in our Amnesty group. It's about Raif Badawi, a blogger from Saudi Arabia, who's in jail there for writing on a blog what he just thinks. Yeah, it's about changing his religion, for example. Yeah, there's some things where it's not a question to talk about that in Western countries. So.
Right. We are a privileged country. Is that right?
I think we are a privileged country. One of the privileged. Yes, absolutely.
We can agree on that, right? Is there another human right you love?
I think I love them all, but
so let's deepen that after
debate.
our short commercial break.
Okay.
I'm Christa Nehls, and we will be right back after this commercial break. You are listening to the TellUS radio show on the X-Zone Broadcast Network on www.xzbn.net.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi, you can still listen to the X-Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell, The Science of Magic with Gwilda Wiyaka, X-1, Dimension X, Space Patrol, and every minute of the X-Zone Broadcast Network by calling 213-401-0080, courtesy of Audio Now. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan, and it's free if you have unlimited minutes. Call 213-401-0080 to listen on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Remember 213-401-0080 for the best of the paranormal, parapsychology, and sci-fi radio programming anywhere, 24/7, 365.
I am Dr. Carl O'Helvey, founder, president of a new cancer foundation focusing on evidence-based physical, mental, and spiritual interventions, including natural cancer cures, prayer, meditation, affirmations, nutrition, and other related holistic cancer prevention and cure modalities. These are used in cancer education, research, and financing care. I ask for your help to continue this important work by donating at www.holisticcancerfoundation.com.
Hello, I'm Pete Marsh. With my daughter Justina, we will be presenting the new radio show, Too Good to Be True. If something seems too good to be true, it usually is. But with the help of Justina's amazing gifts, we're going to gain insight into questions that don't yet have complete answers. Have you wondered who built Stonehenge and for what reason? Why are crop circles found in the same region as Stonehenge and elsewhere? Are crop circles a hoax, or are they created with technologies that we have little knowledge of? Who built the pyramids in Egypt and also in other countries? How and why were they built? Was the Titanic switched with the Britannic as part of a gigantic insurance fraud, or for more insidious reasons? What caused the Tunguska event when trees were flattened over an 800 square mile area in Siberia? Will the new insights be too good to be true? Well, that will depend on what you are prepared to believe. Please join us as we start on this journey together. For more information on Too Good to Be True, visit www.xzbn.net.
Little children aren't the only ones afraid of the dark. Millions of soldiers return from war zones with PTSD, anger, frustration, fear, and loneliness, much of which surfaces during the darkness of the night. You have the chance to change the lives of these American heroes. Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us provides free MP3 players for these men and women. With a list of 3 million songs in 16 different styles, 100,000 audiobooks, and 30,000 old-time radio programs, every veteran can find something to soothe and comfort them at no cost. All our players contain an 8-hour audio program designed to help veterans fall asleep. With 1,500 plus vets now participating, it's our goal to deliver 10,000 audio players this year. Go to our website at songsandstoriesforsoldiers.us. Help us help a veteran make it through the night.
This is the TellUS radio show, and I'm your host, Christa Nehls. My guest today is Christof Specht, and we are talking about human rights and work in charity. Welcome back, Christof.
Hello.
Christof,
Yes.
we talked about the 2 organizations you are working with.
Mm-hmm.
I assume there are some more. Not only the Scouts and not only Amnesty International. I guess you are a very engaged person.
Yeah, I think that's true. It's the Scouts, I think, which takes most of the time I spend. It's also the Amnesty International we talked about, but I'm also doing some politics. I'm a member of the Liberal Party here in Germany. Yeah, I'm the vice chairman of the group here in Speyer.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's not too important, I think.
Okay. But what is interesting for me, some weeks ago, you have been to Africa.
Yes, true.
And you have been there playing with children. I loved that story, and you must tell us about that. And the other one, tell us as a second about the purpose. Why did you go there? How did that work? I'll let you some time just to talk and tell. So first the children.
First the children. Well, we were there for doing some work. I'm going on that later. But in the small village where we have been, there have been a lot of children, and as a group of white people was really interesting for them. It was outside of the bigger cities in Senegal, so white people are not very common there. So we have been that attraction for the kids in that time. And most of us couldn't speak very well French. Also, my French is very poor, but at least I can talk a little bit of that. And 10 years ago, I was in Rwanda, also a French-speaking African country, and there I learned a game, to play with a group in French, of course. And I could remember that game, and so I took the children together. Let them make a circle, and I played that game with them. Yeah, it was a little singing. What un éléphant qui est balancé sur une toile. Yeah, but an elephant walking on a spider's net. the net breaks down, elephant falls, and then you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And yeah, at the last and at 3, you have to put away your hand, and if you're fast enough, you won. Otherwise, you have to leave the circle, and so on. Was really great because the children loved it. Every time they saw me in the village, they came to me, oh, 2, 3. Okay, let's make a circle, and we play it again. was quite nice. I think at the end, I was the only German who was famous by name by the children. Yes,
That's good.
it was really nice. Yes, I like them.
I loved that story when you told me about that. So it was so important for me that you tell it to our audience today. And now tell us some more about the purpose why you flew into the Senegal and stayed there for, I think, at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right about Easter. It's the thing every year with the Scouts. We have a project that runs the whole year to a special topic. And in 2016, it was the topic water and water problems in the world. And normally we made some action on that in our Scout groups to make the children in the group learn about something like that, and collecting money for projects in country where it's needed for. And that time, the Scouts said, well, it would be really, really nice not to collect some money, but to work with them on a certain project that's important for them with goes along with water. And that was because we was in Ngola, that little village I told about. And there we started to build up some water toilets for the ground school there, for the school.
And I remember you showed me some pictures, and I was deeply impressed when I saw that you first of all had to build the bricks before you could have a wall or whatever. How did you do that?
Well, they brought us the material with the lorries, and we had to carry some water from wells, and then we mixed them up, made I don't know the word, and put that into the form of bricks. Put them in the sun, and then we had to wait several days to make them dry out.
Could you finish that all?
The project, no, the project we couldn't finish it. I think there are 2 reasons for. One reason we are no specialist in it, so we could some helping work.
Yes.
But there's also a professional company who works on it.
Christof, what was the second reason?
The second reason was that the material we ordered wasn't there in time. So we had to be in the camp sometime without nothing to do. That was was not too good. That was the time I had a lot of time to play with the children. We thought first, oh well, that's perhaps typical Africa, but I think it wasn't. Also, our friends from Senegal had been very, very angry about that. So
you were stuck in the project.
Yes. And also today it's not finished. I just had a chat with a friend in Senegal several days ago and asked, and she told me that it's still unfinished.
Oh my goodness. I had the feeling that what you were doing there was kind of challenging the people. On one hand, showing them and introducing them how to do that, how to create these bricks and how to build these walls and these little houses. And on the other hand, encourage them to continue by themselves and continue it without you.
Well, I think it's a bit different. I think they showed us how to do the bricks, for example, what the style they do in Senegal. So I really think that's quite a bit different. For us, it was really important to do something together with them to learn a different culture, not just to travel to a country, but to do something with the locals. Yeah. But then really to encourage them, of course, to work on. Yes.
How could you do that? How did you interact with them to encourage them?
I think for them it was really, really important that people from Europe see how the situation is in Senegal. The first time I really realized that was, I think, the very first day we had been in TURS, the city in Senegal. They showed us the city, and they showed us the hospital. And there had been a situation, I think never that would have been possible in Germany. They showed us really the whole hospital. They showed at the different stations. We had the possibility to talk to nurses, to doctors. They showed us the pharmacy, quite everything. And we really thought they were very, very proud of that hospital, because it was a quite good hospital. Somebody told me who works in a medical sector. I don't realize that. And I think that's really important for them to show how is the country. And I didn't know to say. I think the news about Africa, especially in Germany, are very, very, very negative. And I think for them it's really important to show the real Africa, the real Senegal, that that's much more different than we see it. It's not just the third world country where everything's worse. Yeah.
And so you could take a look behind the scenes. And this was what they wanted, to give you an impression and take it back to Europe. Yeah,
I'm sure about that. And for me also, it's very, very interesting. You know, I do a lot of trips with the Scouts because of that. Yeah, of course, I do some things like a tourist. Yeah, if I'm in Senegal, I'd like to see a safari park, and we watched one, of course. Yeah, but I can do more than a normal tourist. I see more. We had a day in a family there. Yeah, we had Easter with them.
Wow!
I think
how was that?
That was quite interesting. We've been to the service that's really deep in the night there.
Okay.
I think that was for me the biggest different. Very late. After that, they made a real party, great party during almost the whole night. The next day they partied with the family. And that's
interesting. I want to hear more about that after our break. I'm Christa Nehls, and we will be right back after this commercial break. You are listening to the TellUS radio show on the X Zone Broadcast Network on www.xzbn.net.
Hi, I'm Gwilda Wiyaka, and I want to tell you about a great provision for those interested in spiritual evolution and personal empowerment. Find Your Path Home Shamanic Art Center is your resource for reliable, leading-edge information, education, and healing, offering our brand new online galactic shamanism classes, long-distance shamanic healing performed by Path Home Shamanic Art School certified shamanic practitioners, and the Science of Magic's topic-driven radio episode collections, where I interview today's leading experts on science and magic. All of this designed to inform, support, and empower you through these changing times. Visit us in all we have to offer at findyourpathhome.com. That's findyourpathhome.com.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
How would you like to be able to read other people's minds? Well, the next best thing is here. When you know how to read a person's name, you know how the person thinks, feels, and behaves. Each letter in our name holds a key to unlock our true essence. Our name contains both our gifts and challenges in this lifetime. Mnemology science discovers personality secrets hidden in the placement of the letters of our names, including the first and last impression people remember about us. Sharon shows us how to interpret the arrangement of letters as outlined in her book, Know the Name, Know the Person. Sharon Lynn Wyeth created mnemology science after 18 years of research and testing her theories, and has supported thousands of people around the world in understanding themselves and others better. You'll enjoy Sharon's unique teachings as she shares her system to learn the gifts behind your given birth name. Even if you don't like your birth name, there are jewels in this book. If you're thinking of changing your name, ready to name your child, or wanting to get along better with others, this is the book for you. If you'd like to improve your relationships and change your life for the better, get the book today, Know the Name, Know the Person, or visit www.knowthename.com. That's www.knowthename.com.
Hello, I'm Justina Marsh, and with my dad Pete, we are going to present a new show called Too Good to Be True. Together, we are aiming to discover more truths about this world and beyond. Do you have unanswered questions about the world? Do you ever wonder about aliens, conspiracy theories, or the universe? There are many shows discussing subjects such as pyramids or UFOs, but we want to relay this information based on our own research, including from spiritual means. Hopefully, listeners will be helped with their own beliefs and will appreciate the psychic insights that add to the previous research and information. We both look forward to sharing this insight and beginning this journey with our listeners. Visit xzbn.net for more information about when to listen.
This is the TellUS radio show, and I'm your host, Christa Nehls. My guest today is Christof Specht from Germany, from the lovely town of Speyer, with a wonderful cathedral along the Rhine. Christof, welcome back.
Hello again.
Christof, before the break, we talked about Easter in Senegal. You joined a family and they showed you how they celebrate the Easter holidays.
Yeah. What's interesting about that is that the Senegal is a Muslim country for 90%. So there are just a few Christians. but we had contact to Christian scouts, Catholic scouts. So that was the reason because we had to the possibility to do Easter with them, and it started in the day with I don't know the English word. Is it a crossway? The way with the celebrate the different stations of the way of Jesus. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So that was really really hard. I think for them. They made a trip through the city from the different churches in 40 degrees Celsius for about hours in the sun. And then in the evening, I think it was really hard for all of them. I must admit that I haven't joined that. I just know that from the others from my group, they have been with them, or from photos. So I can't tell too much about that because myself, I'm not religious. And then in that heat, I decided not to do that.
I fully understand that. Okay.
Yeah, but then later in the evening after that, they start the service in the night. I just told about that, and they have been there again, of course. Yeah, very fresh they seem to me, and a lot of them made a party after that. Yeah, they made a party till I don't know 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and the day after they had Easter in the family. So I don't know when they slept during the Easter time, but they had been very in a very good mood.
So it sounds, when you say it was a party, it's not like we maybe do, like having a meal at a table, but it sounds more like having a party at the beach or somewhere in a place in town, and lots of people coming together and having food and drinks, but not sitting formally at a table.
The party in the night, it's true. They met in the town. They had food the next day in the family then. Hmm?
Oh, that was more the formal part.
That was more the formal part, yes. That's a bit more. For me, it was quite interesting. The woman where I have been, we have been to a priest's house where her mother worked, and had the meal with the priests. And after that, we went to the house of her mother. That was quite interesting because I really realized that life is outside. Yeah, they met in front of the house. They put some chairs there, brought some beer, a lot of beer.
Okay.
That also was quite hard. I just told about 40 degrees Celsius, and I don't know how many beers I had to drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they live outside the house, but what rooms are inside the house?
Inside, I saw later when I went to the house where the woman lived, and I think inside the house, the rooms, I didn't see the whole house, but the rooms, it was a living room, a kitchen, sleeping room. I think not too different from the rooms we have. Yeah.
Okay. But life is different.
Life is different.
I understood.
Yeah.
Can you help me out what you mean when you say it's different to Germany or to Europe?
I think It's a bit more relaxed, perhaps.
Oh,
Yes, I think so. I talked with a man in Senegal and about working, the times we work and how much we work and so on. And he thought, well, that's quite hard in Germany, yeah.
okay.
And,
Yeah, you have to
uh,
go to job. You have to do your
yeah,
8 to 5 or
yeah.
9 to 5. You're bound to maybe your desk or to the production line or whatever. Seems
Yeah.
like they are not.
I think that really, really depends on the work they do, and perhaps on the place. Um I just could imagine that this is not as strict, perhaps. Yeah, perhaps yeah, longer breaks, perhaps, or to work, yeah, different in a different style. I do not know.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
had not the possibility to go with somebody to work, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I understand that.
Mm.
I know you are curious about people.
Yeah.
You're always eager to learn about people and how
Yes.
they live.
Yeah.
When I ask you now, you saw the people, you could watch them, you could feel what was happening around, you played with the children.
Yeah.
Finally, as they knew your name, you were a part of their community and you were accepted. When you describe your feelings about these 2 weeks, what would that be?
Well, of course, it was really, really interesting. Much new information. It was a new culture I could learn about, especially in the village. I saw poverty. You know, there was no running water in the houses. You know, they had to go to a spring, to a well, to take the water out there. Yeah. During the night, if you watched the village, you couldn't see hardly any lights because they had no electricity in most of the houses. You know, I
So
think
it was really dark.
it was really, really dark. It was very nice on the other hand, because you had a really, really great view to the stars. But I think for the people in the village, it was quite hard, and that was one reason why that village was pointed out with that school, because it was really, really, really poor, even for the Senegal. Yeah, was of course quite different in TS, in the biggest city. Yeah, they had electricity, of course. Yeah.
Did the people tell you what they expect, or were they just happy that you were there?
I think they were happy that we have been there, but I had to say perhaps that there is a relationship between the diocese of TS and the diocese of Bamberg in Germany. So some of the people we met there had been to Germany before.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
They could speak German. Some of them. Yeah. One of the leaders from the Scouts in Senegal is a German teacher. Yeah. So some of them really know Germany, and they had the possibility to learn it, to get Germany to learn in the same way we had the possibility to learn something about Senegal with locals.
I'm always curious. Did they tell you something about what they saw and what's the difference on what they wanted to do regarding Germany?
Yes, regarding Germany, some of them had been to Germany in the winter, and for them it was the first time they saw snow.
Oh.
that must be really, really great. I've never, I didn't see them, of course, but that must be a great experience for them. First time that white stuff, cold stuff.
Like little children.
Like
We've
little
never
children,
seen that
perhaps.
before.
Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, one of the Senioras, he lives in Germany, he's married with a German, and he told me the first time he saw snow, that was quite amazing for him. Yeah.
That was really different. Do they have any expectations coming to Germany or more support from Germany? Did you hear anything about that?
They are interested in support, yeah, especially from the Diocese of Bamberg. They run support, yeah, with money, with exchange, something like that. But of course, they are also interested to visit Germany. Yeah, they also asked about how to get a visa for studying. Yeah. So
I see.
I think like that are interesting for them and important, perhaps. Yeah.
So they would love to deepen the connection.
Yes, I'm sure about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When you saw the children, I think they were happy, what you told me about them.
Yeah.
They were lucky children. They were happily, merrily singing and chanting and playing.
Yes.
Anything more to mention about that? You said that was poverty and imperfection.
Yeah. But I think that are the two things you pointed out. Yeah, they're very, very happy on the one hand and poor on the other. So it's you could realize it's not it doesn't stand really, really hard against each other. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know what the children realize. We could see them doing some sports in school. Just like children in Germany.
Okay.
Not too different. Yeah.
I have some more questions after our short break.
Yes.
Thank you for the moment.
Okay.
I'm Christa Nehls, and we will be right back after this commercial break. You are listening to the TellUS radio show on the X Zone Broadcast Network on www.xzbn.net.
Are you curious? Do you want to learn more about how the world works and have fun at the same time? Study coincidences with me, Dr. Bernie Beitman, MD, on my Connecting with Coincidence radio show, here on the XZBN network. Listen to Jungians theorize, statisticians randomize, true believers evangelize, while I categorize. I dance to the rhythm of coincidences. People who experience me see more of them. Maybe something on the show matches a thought in your mind. Let us know. Expand your mind to the weirdness happening around you. Synchronicity spoken here, there, and everywhere. For more information, put Connecting with Coincidence in your search engine and find my website, my social media sites, and my blog.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi, you can still listen to the X-Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell, The Science of Magic with Gwilda Wiyaka, X-1, Dimension X, Space Patrol, and every minute of the X-Zone Broadcast Network by calling 213-401-0080, courtesy of Audio Now. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan and it's free if you have unlimited minutes. Call 213-401-0080 to listen on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Remember 213-401-0080 for the best of the paranormal, parapsychology, and sci-fi radio programming anywhere, 24/7, 365.
True healing must address 4 levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, for us to live joyful and productive lives. We tend to treat 3 of the 4, leaving the spiritual languishing. If you're tired of the same dysfunctional patterns cropping up in your life, soul balancing is for you. Trixie Phelps, owner and founder of Soul Balancing, is a naturally gifted energy healer trained in numerous esoteric forms, including shamanism. Trixie has created a powerful modality that safely and effectively clears your energetic field. A soul balancing session can remove interference, heal trauma, and restore your hope. Contact Trixie for a life-changing long-distance session today, www.soulbalancing.world. There's a legend shared by many indigenous cultures of a time when the nations were cast to the 4 corners of the world. Each nation was given a body of sacred knowledge that held a different portion of the truth to preserve. True reality could not be known until all the nations reunited, combining the information. If a single one was missing, the world could not be reborn and darkness would prevail. The Science of Magic Radio is dedicated to reuniting the sacred knowledge. With the understanding, none of us has all the answers, but together we can open new perceptions and possibilities. Through our combined vision, the world can be reborn into a place where darkness no longer prevails. Join me, Gwilda Wiyaka, and the Science of Magic daily on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, xzbn.net, or visit us at thescienceofmagic.net.
This is the TellUS radio show, and I am your host, Christa Nehls. My guest today is Christof Specht. Welcome back, Christof.
Oh, hello again.
Christof, we have talked about so much doing good, but there are so many people who are talking about doing good, and they're not active. How do you feel about these people?
Well, perhaps I can understand them a little bit. Yeah? For me, it's not. I could imagine to do nothing. For different reasons, but I think I can understand them because it's hard to change something. Yeah, and I think. There are a lot of people who think, yes, we should do something, but I myself just one person. What can I change? Nothing, perhaps. And I think that's they're perhaps disappointed then, or afraid about that, frustrated.
Yeah, sometimes I have the feeling that these people have a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. They say, oh, if I do something, it doesn't work, there will be no effect. And as they think it will happen. And how can we encourage people to act?
I think they must realize that there can be success, to tell them about successful actions you made. Or even, for example, things here in Senegal, what I realized, that's also adventure, it's also a lot of fun, it's not the thing that is all where, oh, the world is terrible, we have to do something, and that's quite terrible. Or no, it's I think you can do it with a smile.
Yes, that's right. So finally, we can be a role model for them to show that persistence will lead to success.
I hope so. I hope so a little bit. I think that's one reason. Because I'm with the Scouts. Yeah, I had a wonderful time when I was a kid. Yeah, and now I can give that back to the children I lead now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also for me, it's a lot of adventure with my travels around the world. Yeah, I've been with them to Senegal. Yes, we talked a lot about that, but also 2 years ago to Bolivia, to Rwanda, to Israel. So there are a lot of possibilities to have really a lot of fun and doing something good. Yeah.
When I ask you what was the project that, finally, maybe it might be two different projects.
Mm-hmm.
The one that impressed you most and the one that was the most successful.
What me impressed the most? Wow. I thought a lot about that. I'm not sure if it's really a project, but I think it was. Well, the trip I made to Israel was 1997. It was the first trip over a longer distance I made with the Scouts, and I think that was the basic for later trips. Yeah, because that was really great. That was fascinating. I have some contacts to people from Israel since that time, or again since we have Facebook. And I think if that wouldn't have been successful for me or great for me, then perhaps I wouldn't have done the later things. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So perhaps that is the one that impressed me the most because it was the first one. I do not really was the best. It was great. It was absolutely great. But I think it was the basic for the later things, and
it was your foundation.
It was my foundation for it. Yes, absolutely. I think. Yeah.
And is there a project about which you can say, this was the most successful I've ever experienced during my time traveling around, helping, supporting, whatever?
Yeah. Well, it was one thing I can remember that was quite great. It was with Amnesty International years ago. I can't realize when we had we took care about a prisoner in Tashkent.
Oops, where's that?
It's the capital of, oh God, Samarkand is there. Oh, well, very great, I'm ashamed. And he was in prison because of some religious things. I can't remember. It's really long ago, perhaps 20 years ago. And I met at that time the former Minister for Justice from Germany, the Sabine Leutherer-Schnarrenberger. And I gave her the information we had about that case, and she promised me to take care about that. And a few weeks later, I received a letter from her, and she sent me a letter she had from the foreign ministry, and they promised to her to take care about that case, to talk to the German embassy in Tashkent, to take action in that case. And that letter was signed by Klaus Kinkel, the foreign minister, and not by somebody from the administration. And that was really, really great to see that you really can do with some small steps. You can really reach a lot. And I can remember that that guy came free several months later. I do not know if there is any link about the things, but it feels good.
And that's going back to the point where I said encouraging people to help and show them if you are persistent, if you stay connected, if you continue to work, although at the moment it doesn't look for success, in the end there will be success when you believe and when you are persistent. Is that the thing or the way you think too?
I think it is the thing the way I think, because I'm very optimistic, you know? And I think I want to think that like that, you know? Because I think there I myself have a good life, you know? So I can do something for other people, and I'm sure that I can change something. And if not, why should I be pessimistic? No. I think that will change my life to the negative, and I don't want that. So I'm optimistic for myself, to care about myself.
Connecting to these words, do you have a vision for your life?
I had such a lot of visions for my life in several years. No, none of them came true, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because it changed too often.
Okay.
I think there is not a special vision, but there are a lot of things I want to see, I want to do, and
some dreams.
Some dreams. Most of them go along with traveling.
Oh, where to?
Where to? I really like to see Cuba. Some African countries. I want to see Rwanda again. In there, 10 years ago now. In the end of that year, some friends from Bolivia came to Germany. I'm really looking forward to see them again, and perhaps there's a possibility to visit them again then later in Bolivia.
Okay, so
like that. So people I learned to know on my trips, to see them again and to keep in contact. That was something in the last years I was not really good in it, and that I'd like to change.
This sounds great. So you're a very open person. You love different cultures. You love people. You love to support people who are not capable of giving great support to themselves. Is that right? Did I get your person and your vision and dreams correct?
On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, I think it's also a little bit selfish because I love adventures, and I think I wouldn't do things if I wouldn't like it.
Okay, Christof, thank you so much for sharing the time with me. This was great, and we will continue that sometime. Have a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
And join me, Christa Nehls, next week on the TellUS radio show on the X-Zone Broadcast Network on www.xzbn.net.